Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to another morning satsang. I hope you're having a great start to your day, and we're about to make it an even better one with an important one. We're bringing in this era of light. We've had this lunar eclipse, we got the full moon that just passed, and with everything coming in, it's our time to really create that lifestyle, that planet, that space, really awakening the people we know we can be and helping society get to the point that we know it can get to. So get your last few wiggles out, get your shakes out, and we're going to begin. We're tapping into the infinite power at our disposal, the unlimited potential that is the human experience this morning. So before we begin, take a nice deep breath in, drawing in as much air as you can. Begin to hold the air within the body comfortably as long as you drew in that first breath. As you exhale, slowly release the air and tension. Then allow the body to remain empty of breath just as long as the inhale, the hold, and the exhale were. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, shift your attention to the sound of the bell as it rings and fades into silence. Allow the inhale to transform through the exhale into an Om. Thus, the initial steps of alchemy, your ability to create and manifest, arise, transforming breath into sound. Allow the body to relax fully, comfortably rest, and approach this meditation just as you would sleep, a loving surrender. Allow the silent witness, the observer, your sense of self, to clearly distinguish between that in which is observed and you, the observer. And with this first task as that silent witness and knower, shift your full attention of affection to the sound of the bowl as it fades into silence. The era of accountability is upon us. Although it may not seem as if the integrity of many are at a point of compassionate understanding and living, but we must come to recognize the energies that are currently breaking through and are already spreading amongst those with the ability to see. One recognition is simple. We as the individuals create the society. but the culture of society also impacts the individual. So, the first step in order to stop this wheel of the current place and direction this current culture is going on, we must stop participating in it. Minimize our consumption and transition into a creation. And with these individual levels, these lifestyle changes, these shifts and pivots with the direction we take and carry ourselves, ultimately result in a transformed society, an empowered culture. The time is upon us now to act. Allow that soul, that light, that love to radiate. The time is now to bring your unique self as the gift it is to the world. To usher in this era of light is not one that we must stand idly by waiting for. We are the builders. We are the creators. We are those intended to clear the foundation of the false and to build the tower of truth in which current and future generations will stand upon. Those listening to these words must recognize this within their own heart, for they too have felt a call, a pull to something greater. Seeing those around you without the curiosity to dive deep into this introspective search within, but not you. So, what is this natural, innate curiosity that was never removed from you, that was never taken for granted? See this as that game changing factor that makes you the creator you are, that makes you the leader you are. But the greatest misconception of leadership is that we lead others, when in truth, we only lead ourselves. And your self governed journey has brought you to this point of recognition, to this moment of listening to these words, ushering in this era of light, awakening to your full potential naturally, for life has always been guiding you to these deepest truths about yourself. It's here in this opportunistic chance that we can craft a bridge of opportunity for not only ourselves but others through this knowing of light within, around, that is all. Just as everyone is experiencing these changes, these transformations in society and the world, we must also recognize that there is turbulence that arises from it. Not everyone will ride the wave to shore, but many and most will get thrashed about. For those that are sitting here now, take a deep breath in, and with a sigh of relief and relaxation, in your exhale, know that that will not be you. That you will ride these cosmic waves to the shore and destination in which you seek, to carry out the highest aspiration and mission of your heart to uplift the whole. For it's this era of light in which those that firmly stand grounded upon the truth in their own heart, and that ground of being in all else, have the opportunity to uplift everyone else still dealing with these cosmic issues, these societal conditionings coming up within the individual experience. For it is not just you going through this era and phase of transformation, we are all experiencing it. However, the enjoyment of the experience depends on your depth of understanding in the intangible, the esoteric, the spiritual. It matters not what you identify or call it as. We can simply call it the truth. For the temporary, the changing, the conditioned is false. And as this journey goes, we reveal the truth of what we are and what all is by recognizing what we are clearly not. This washing away, this peeling of layers, this letting go. Embrace your love, for it is you. That radiating light that shines from your center point, from the heart. That effortless expression and operation. The divine timings and synchronicities and beautiful moments and rare. It's these happenings that we experience on the daily that remind us the beauty that life is always presenting us. Yet, in order to bring in this era of light, one must also envision within their own experience, what does that loving utopia look like to me? For we cannot manifest something if we do not fully envision it. We cannot create something in this external world unless we can feel it within our own beingness. So, within your own inner looking, what does this era of light look to you? How does it feel? How do the connections feel and operate with others? How does the world itself operate? If there are avenues in which the mind seeks to challenge this thought with incomprehensibility, simply dismiss it. It means nothing but to distract you. Focus on what you know would feel good within your own heart. For this era of light has the opportunity to usher in a culture, a society based in compassion. No longer will we allow our brethren and sisters to simply be on the streets. For those that seek help and assistance, they will have the freedom and opportunity to go get that help. Our systems of education will be to actually empower each individual to awaken to their own gifts and unique perspective, not to strip it away. As one can imagine, there are many avenues in which this era of light can bring opportunity and transformation and the change we need to fully bring out the potential of this human experience as spirit embodied. Yet that is the dance in which we are currently on. Because in truth, we cannot bring about this society, this culture of change and compassion without ourselves fully applying it to our own being. That is the beauty of this era of light, for it is the foundation of accountability, personal responsibility, utilizing your free will and sovereignty as the divine being you are. That is the opportunity that awaits us. That is the current wave that is coming. So paddle now. Get ready for it. Set the direction within your heart and begin to set sail. There's so much that is waiting on this other doorway of fear, of inaction. But just as you have experienced the magic of life, recognize that there is so much more. And the most important aspect of that magic is our role in creating it. The more authentic and genuine you can be to your own pureness and heart, the more authentic all will be when interacting with you. And in turn, such interactions will inspire them to do the same for others. Thus, we stop the wheel of separation and ego and transform it into one of community, family, love, and compassion. And that is the beauty that awaits each and every being that is currently incarnated, that currently sees beyond the veil, that is awakened to some of the highest truths and experiences within the waking state. You are here to simply walk and dance your dance with that torch of illumination to shine light upon those still looking within and trying to dance their dance. And you will guide them into the future by your very basic operation of being. For this era of a light, judgments, assumptions, expectations, suffering, and letdowns do not exist, for it is that simple recognition that all is. That all of life is a gracious gift. That every aspect of this experience is one to be praised. And even in the loss, seemingly so, even in the letdowns and the failings and shortcomings, no longer will we have a society based upon your self-worthlessness, based upon achievement and accomplishment of physical actions externally. We will value the culture that's based upon truth and knowledge and wisdom, respecting the divine journey in which we are all participating in. And instead of ostracizing and judging and critiquing and blaming and imprisoning, we seek to empower. We seek to uplift and heal. This era of light is one that must be willed into existence. We cannot wait for it. It will not just arise, we must seek it out. And each of us has a role to play in that. Each of us has a responsibility in this play. And the only task that is really required for any being currently incarnated is discover who you are. Discover what we are. For only then can we truly and fully dance our dance. For how can we be if we do not know who we are? How can we carry on if we don't know what we are? The divine beingness in which you are will naturally unfold and usher in this era of light when you live authentically to your own truth. And the beauty is, the expression of that is uniquely yours. No one can tell you what to do or how to do it. We must be self-governed. For awakening to our power of free will is everything. For when you fully jump on board willingly and lovingly with the flow of life, with this era of light and love, the magic that will unfold will leave you speechless and more. Take a nice deep breath here. Simply exhale and release the tension. Again, take another deep breath here. Fully releasing the breath. Take one final deep breath. Marinate in the calm, the emptiness, the silence. And in this space and ground of being, envision the planet, our home, Mother Earth. It's now we begin to form our barrier, our force field, our womb around Mother Earth. Envisioning a white, glossy, transparent shine, a blanket of light, expanding well past the earth, and simply covering it up like a beautiful, universal, cosmic snow globe. Like a womb, with earth as the child marinating and incubating within. It's here we also come to recognize that we too are within this womb of light, of love, of compassion. And it's here in these next months we set our intentions to not only be protected, but nourished by life with experience, with opportunities, with understanding, to help us mature, develop, and grow just as Earth and all of our planetary and cosmic siblings are within it. It's here in the basic envisioning of spread such light that already does so much on a small scale and level. For it's here we're tapping into the cosmic energies of the planetary consciousness. And so too, this action that is sowed through our intentions, the seeds, they will sprout and grow and spread to others naturally. The random recognitions and aha moments in various individuals' meditations globally will experience these moments, be pulled to envision their own womb around Earth. For that simply is how inspiration operates, a cloud of energy connecting us all. When you hear the final tap of the singing bowl, continue to keep this imagined dreamscape, this inner creation in sight of Earth covered in that womb of light. And as you take a deep breath in and chant out Om, see that divine chord as the energetic nourishment spreading throughout all of the children within. And that includes ourselves. So allow the love and light to shine as you proclaim the beginning of this era of light in which you are building. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Don't forget to smash that like. Thanks for tapping in. And in terms of this era of light, if anyone has any questions on it, please leave those in the comments. I can clarify some things if stuff came up for you. But there was a conscious selection today of why I chose this shirt. Because I honestly love it, because this is the image of the soul. And it's been captured on film. It's been talked about in so many different religions and philosophies, and just even like the sacred geometry of it. And it's 3D representation. It's this spoke, it's this spinning wheel of energy. That's the spirit molecule, the atom in which we reside, that embodies, that sits upon this throne of the soul, the heart. And that is this light in which we are truly tapping in from, which is why it radiates from us. We all feel it when we have love and excitement and success, that and you just kind of feel those bursts of sunshine, of sun rays. I actually recently was just like, I kind of feel like a Care Bear right now because my heart in this experience was just going crazy. It was just shining out like I was just opening up a box with some crazy divine light. It was nuts. But that is this era of light in which we are harnessing and tapping into. So many people have seen this kind of splitting and divergent path of those on this process of self-absorption and egoic attachment and just getting kind of worse. And then there's been those that have naturally just kind of doubled down, tripled down, gone all in on progress, on change, on self-awareness, healing, love. And there's been a divide. Certain things don't resonate with you anymore, to the point where it makes you uncomfortable. I'm very sure a lot of people are experiencing this. I know myself included, from people to things. And that's the beauty of where we're at right now, is life has already helped you invalidate for you that you are on that path to build in this era of light. So the most important thing for us is to really tap back into our own ability to shine. That's the only way we can do it. Our acts of love and compassion will inspire others to do the same. The power in which you have now is getting stronger. Now, if anyone has experienced some of their spiritual powers getting stronger, or some of these intangible things they can't express happening more, let me know. I'm super curious, because for myself and some of my meditation students, they have had doorways open up lately. And these past really 8 months to a year have been transformative, just on an experiential level. That's going to start to happen more and more. And it's important for each of us to be grounded in our knowing of self, so we don't get caught up in the many avenues of the gunas. A lot of people are experiencing dullness, that kind of lethargy, that slothfulness, getting caught in cul-de-sacs, but many are also on this path of passion, overly amplified. Fire's good, but when you're burning everything, it's obviously not. And then there's self-righteousness or goodness. And that is definitely the biggest karmic and egoic trap for those that are on this path of healing, of transformation, ascension, liberation, because very few ground themselves, because they try to ascend without fully mastering grounding our reality and beingness in earth. We are the balance of physical and spirit, the intangible, or rather the intangible and the tangible. In order for us to bring in this era of light, we also must harmonize ourselves. So it's a balancing act. But most importantly, you're the only one who knows what you need. So it's why it's ever important to really look within and question the who am I? What am I? What is life like to me, living by love and compassion and grace? There's so many opportunities and things that we can experience in this world, but are we going to give ourselves the permission to? Awaken to your power fully. This era of light is all about accountability. Think about the rise in cryptos. You're your own bank. You know how many people lack the common sense and discipline to remind themselves all those passwords that you need for crypto? Like, there's a thinning of the herd that is naturally arising with the culture that people are putting their bets on, that they're investing their energy and beingness into. And we're already beginning to see a shift of that. So just remember, most importantly, during these times of transformation and change, it's going to get a little turbulent. How is puberty? Awkward and weird. Look at where we're at, folks. We're in societal puberty for everyone. And honestly, we're past puberty in truth. We're more so getting used to adulthood and being on our own. And that's why it's up to each of us, those that are able to see, to dance our dance and show others how it's done. That they need to dance their own dance, and truly, each of us can create a beautiful place here. So love yourself. I love you so much. Thank you for tapping in. And as always, may the fruit of knowledge offer a seed. And in that seed, may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all whom ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. I love you so much. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget, subscribe, share, do all the cool stuff. And most importantly, have a great day. I love you so much. Peace.